What's up, guys? Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking out the channel. Much love to everybody out there. Thank you so much. If you like the Tobin and Leroy radio show, check us on out. YouTube.com/theticketmiami. Click on subscribe. Should be streaming there soon. We'll be streaming the shows live. We do it every single day on Twitch. So if you guys aren't there, you want to get the jump on and get it on the ground floor, do so, dude. Get on the Twitch channel, 790 The Ticket. That's a great place to go do that. But for all our YouTube viewers out there, should be coming to a YouTube near you for live streaming. I am hoping to get that up and running real soon. It's just not just like getting the clips on the channel. It's not in my powers. I do all the editing. I do all the posting for the clips and the show clips. And I put up the first 2 hours of today's program. It was a fun party today. But hopefully we'll be back. I'll get the powers that be to be streaming live very, very soon. So look forward to that. Been enjoying and basking in the win and everything that went down. I mean, there was this great montage that was put forth. You know, I put a montage together of Ryan Fitzpatrick. A little out of context on Pardon My Take and Tua basically making him eat his words as far as that's concerned. But, man, who was this guy who put up this? I saw this on Dolphins Twitter, and it was a just beautiful montage. I just want to give a shout out in case people haven't seen it. I'm not going to play it on my channel. I want people to go to this guy's Twitter feed and check it out. It's at Finn Kane, PHINCANE, at Finn Kane. He has a montage of Tua slander that is just, it's the tops. If you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend that going down and check that out today. But it has been interesting seeing what the reaction would be. You know, I went in, we had in the studio today. I went in there, and as Jet Up was talking, I was like, oh, I'm going to go see what these jokers have to say. And this Greeny, I think, had the take that annoyed me the most because everybody knows we've seen the videos of you, Greeny, where you're at this NBA and be like, oh, what about Tua? And he goes, no, not going to happen. Not Tua, no. All right, dude. And he had this take that was like the lamest, limpest take where it was like, if Tua becomes a star, today will be the day that it happens. It's like, well, okay, so thank you. We all realize that, yes, this is a great day in Tua's career and that this may be the quote-unquote turning point for him. Oh, here's the tweet. If Tua winds up being a great NFL player, today will be the day it started. #Dolphins. Which is funny because it's like, what is that? If he ends up being a great player, today will be the day it started. So, says you. Thank you for the permission slip, Greeny. Really? So a guy who's never believed in him and didn't think he could be any good. Like, I get the point because I believe Dan Orlovsky said it's the biggest day of his career. That I agree with. It was the biggest day of his career thus far. But it's like, if today will be the day. We'll always look back to this day, and I'm just like, why does this guy get the judgment of it? Why does he? And I'll tell you another one that annoyed me. This Colin Cowherd. He goes there today, and I know I'm getting trolled a little bit. I know I'm getting old fish hooked a little bit. That's fine. But it's because I don't mind having a take. I respect the take. I respect sports takers, okay? I respect having a take and being wrong as hell, okay? Got it up on my wall here. Look. See this? Wrong in sports. That's an NL MVP. That's me eating crow in front of his face with national coverage, okay? Every single platform. I know about being wrong. Loud wrong, dude. I know about being loud right, okay? A lot of these sheep out here were saying Adam Gase was an NFL offensive guru. I knew he was a bum before everybody was calling him a bum. Some things you hit, some things you miss. But this, like, limp kind of, oh, well, if that, like Colin Cowherd had this take today where it was like, I'm not sold on Tua. I'm not sold on Tua. And we all saw this coming with the weapons and the coach and a coach that doesn't hate him. And he's been through a lot, but I'm still not sold. But, you know, we all told you this was coming. And I'm like, what is your opinion, dude? Like for one of the best opinion givers in all of talking, which is what he is. He's very successful. And I do respect, typically I respect Colin Cowherd's ability to do a sports show. I don't even want to say a radio show because he does everything. Podcast, it's on every platform. Everything is everything these days. But it's like, well, what is that take? The take is we all saw the Tua improvement coming, but I don't really believe in it. But we knew it was going to be improved, but I still don't think that it's good or he's the reason for it being good. And all of a sudden, this is going to be a funny thing to watch because it's like, well, hold on. Everybody here was parading around like a bunch of peacocks, and they were excited that Joe Burrow was going to have an improved offensive line, that he was going to be protected. Lyle Collins let him know his bodyguard's here. He don't got to worry anymore. And if I were Joe Burrow, I would rather have a velvet rope, I think, blocking me at this point because of how much he's getting his ass kicked. But it's funny that Joe Burrow, when he is getting more support and he's getting more of a foundation around him and all these things that people, imagine what Joey's going to do with this stuff. All right, Joey franchise. What's he going to be now? Justin Herbert, same thing. Revamped offensive line. A couple things and moves here. Gonna get all of his weapons healthy. Oh, imagine what Justin Herbert's gonna be. But interesting that it is that Tua, who's right now, hey Justin, looking down on him in the standings right now. Okay, there's only one top NFL passer in the league, and it ain't your pretty boy Justin Herbert. Okay, and it's not that black and blue bruise, just Joe Burrow. Okay, and it's not that Muppet sounding Patrick Mahomes, okay? Tua Tagovailoa is the top. All right, there's only one at the top right now. So it's interesting that you have all of this talk about the support system these already great quarterbacks are going to have, but a guy that you already deem not good gets some support from a coach, gets some free agency money spent on his line, gets the best receiver in the league, and it's going to be like, oh well. It's almost like Tua should be thanking his stars because Tyreek Hill is on his team now, which Tyreek Hill has been telling you the entire summer, much to everybody's chagrin and people laughing at him, telling you that this guy was the real deal, that he throws the prettiest ball, Mike McDaniel telling Le Batard, most accurate catchable ball I've ever seen. And people laughed at this. They called them liars. They called them charlatans. They called them bums. They called them not legitimate claims. And yet, when people were looking at Tyreek Hill and say, you're going to miss Kansas City. You're going to miss Kansas City, Tyreek, Cheetah. And yet, Tyreek Hill is still sitting there and goes, hey, everybody, look at me atop the leaderboard. Because there's only number one right now in receiving yards. Okay? I just find it funny. It's like all these great quarterbacks, they get a little support. Good for them. Tua gets it. Now the narrative is going to be, well, look at the support system they built around it. It's not really him. All right. Look, I don't think everything has to be, I don't think that saying that Tua Tagovailoa has a better support system is a lie. I think it's true. But there's a difference in going from having the worst support system where you're actively trying to get replaced and your big weapon was Will Fuller last year and Devontae Parker, who couldn't get open if you gave him the keys, and now having the two fastest receivers in the league next to each other running past everybody and breaking hamstrings on the Ravens. It's crazy. And I love what Mike Gesicki had to say today. Mike Gesicki had a beautiful quote, and it was a thing of beauty. He said, and I read this from Barry Jackson's Twitter account, Gesicki, always a Tua supporter fan, said, quote, people want to hop on the bandwagon. If I was him, I wouldn't let them. We allowed today on my radio show a chance for people to repent for their sins, okay? People who sinned against Tua, blasphemers, doubters, charlatans, carnival barkers. Many did. Many came and many repented. And they are absolved. But this window, it doesn't stay open forever. It doesn't stay open forever. So, everybody out here who wants to all of a sudden get to the point where they're like, nah. There'll be a time, they'll sit there and then they'll look a fool. What did Tyreek Hill say? Tua's going to need a wheelbarrow. But not just for his cojones, all right? For all that money. Listen, he ain't 10-cent Tua for nothing, all right? Dude's out there dishing dimes left and right. But now, it's long-distance dimes, dude. I don't care what you say or what any of you little Twitter film analysts who are like, oh, he underthrew him on the 48-yard pass. Imagine being the guy who's complaining or criticizing Tua Tagovailoa for that comeback because he underthrew Tyreek Hill on one of his 2 touchdown passes. Are you kidding me? Like, who is like, that person is the lamest person in sports fandom. Can we agree on that? The person who's sitting here and is like, oh, dazzle me, Tua, you underthrew him. Oh, all right. Well, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Football is Life 69, that I didn't dazzle you catching him in stride outside the end zone. Are you the same guy who's just like, Kyler Murray took too long on that 2-point conversion? What are the other awesome things in sports that you hate, dude? I would love to know. Just an absolute, laughing stock it is on some of this stuff. But look, you'll see a lot of the people, a lot of the rats are going to look for life jackets and try and get back on the ship. This thing's taking off out of the port soon, dude, all right? The Tua ship. It's going, dude. It's leaving the port. So, best of luck to all of you who want another week to be convinced. But until then, I don't know what to tell you. You guys can sit there and deliberate there on the docks while the rest of us are drinking daiquiris up here, drinking silly sauce and having some delicious, delicious Hawaiian punch.